My name is JackSwank. I'm pastor of Rochester United Methodist Church.
Okay.
I'm retired, had a lot of years in the Marine Corps, and then I retired as a chaplain in the Army Reserve when I turned 60, and I had a career in law enforcement before I went into ministry at the St. Clair County Sheriff's Department in the East St. Louis area. So CrossFit for probably, let's say I bought 3 sets of tickets, so for about 3 months, I guess, you know. And I plan to stick with it forever. I mean, the way CrossFit is, there's no upper limit, and as long as I can do a push-up or do a pull-up or pick up a weight bar, I plan to do it. I mentioned not too long ago when I gave blood that it was at the end of the day, and I had a resting heart rate of 60. And when I did an Ironman a couple, 2.5 years ago, I mean, it was 61. And I know my body fat is lower. I can tell by the way my clothes feel. I was fit after training for an Ironman, but I feel more fit and stronger. Now my blood pressure is lower. I eat much better than I did before. And this is probably the first time that outside of training for an Ironman that working out has become an integral part of my life. It is an aspect of what I do and who I am now. And as CrossFit has done that, nothing else but CrossFit. I'm very sensitive to put downs, very sensitive to gossip and rumor. These things are just contaminate our environment, and so are so unhealthy. And it's so easy to just throw that out there. It's accepted in our culture to put people down. It's accepted in our culture to rumor, to gossip about people, to say unkind things. We know at an energy level that decreases who we are. It lowers our vibrational energy. It can make us sick. It can add stress to our life. Well, after one particularly hard workout, I just observed around the room, and it just occurred to me for the first time, I didn't hear anybody putting anybody down. There was somebody there who, you know, they weren't doing the best push-ups or whatever it was, but they never put anybody down. There was never any making fun of that person. There was only total encouragement. Now, being a pastor of a church, one would think that that's the kind of thing you find in a church, but it's not so. But I think it has to do with everybody not being in competition with each other, but just at a personal level trying just to be the best person they can be. Because they do that, they know that the person over here is doing that, and they connect with them at that level. So putting them down, rumoring about them, saying unkind things, is just not part of the milieu of what CrossFit is. And at a spiritual level, that's how I see CrossFit. I'm doing a sermon this Sunday called CrossFit World, and I'm going to challenge my congregation. What if we were the catalyst of that? What if you could take into the workplace the attitude and to treat people like people treat each other in CrossFit? What would our world become?